Market boom. Madrid fans, take a deep breath. Because one of Castilla's brightest prospects could be about to leave the Bernabeu. The news came like a bolt from the blue in the middle of the Spanish summer, stirring hearts and social media. Yes, we're talking about Gonzalo Garcia, the young striker who's even attracting attention from European giants. His name echoes in the corridors of Valdebebas, on sports broadcasts, and even in bar conversations between passionate Madrid fans. Who's willing to open their coffers? None other than Juventus, one of the most traditional and strategic clubs in the world. The Italians have already proven they know how to sniff out talent, and now they've set their sights on this white jewel. The scenario is like a soap opera with an unpredictable ending. Each closed training session at Valdebebas feels like a suspenseful scene, with managers, scouts, and fans anxiously awaiting the next development in the story. Here on the channel, you can 2024-25 season promises to be one of the most intense in the last decade. With the arrival of promising young players and the retention of historic pillars, the squad is stronger and more balanced than ever. Xabi Alonso took over as coach with courage, bold ideas, and a philosophy that blends tradition and innovation. During the preseason, we saw a compact team with intensity, dominant possession, and a more solid defense than last year. Players like Arda Güler, Tchouaméni, Valverde, and follow everything, step by step, as if you were there, on the edge of the field, smelling the grass and hearing the sound of the ball being hit hard. So leave a like, subscribe now, and activate the bell, because here you live, Real Madrid, 24 hours a day, in the heat of emotion and in the cold of numbers. Let's dive together behind the scenes of this story that could change the future of our attack, affect our squad, and perhaps even our fate this season. Real Madrid's preseason is in full swing, and the atmosphere at Valdebebas is one of maximum concentration. Each training session is treated like a championship final. As everyone knows, the competition for playing space is fierce. After a glorious season, with La Liga and Champions League titles under their belts, the hunger for titles remains intact. The main squad is focused, and Carlo Ancelotti works with surgical precision to fine-tune every tactical detail. But it's not just the medallions that attract attention. In the shadows, silently, youngsters from the youth academy train intensely. Determined to earn a spot on the most star-studded squad on the planet, it is in this context that Gonzalo Garcia emerges, Castilla's absolute standout, scoring goals, distributing assists, and, above all, showing the personality of a veteran. The boy is undeterred. Whether against more experienced opponents or in front of a packed stadium, he remains calm, faces the challenge head-on, and plays with impressive confidence. He already proved this at the Club World Cup, where, despite playing only a few minutes, he demonstrated his technical and mental quality. It was there that many realized this kid isn't just a prospect, and it is precisely at this crucial moment, when the squad is shaping up for the new season, that Juventus appears to shake up the table. Eyes glued to Castilla's number 9, Gonzalo is the kind of player who changes the pace of a match with a single touch. When he receives the ball, something different happens. The game gains speed, creativity, and danger. At just 20 years old, he already demonstrates a keen eye for goal, short dribbling, and impressive composure in the box. He seems born to be under pressure, as if the big stage were his natural habitat. In closed training sessions, the coaching staff constantly praises his movement without the ball, his intelligence in opening up spaces, and his ability to make the right play at the right moment. It's not uncommon to see the boy receive applause even from players in the main squad who recognize in the young man a rare and special talent. His versatility is an asset. He can play as a center forward, pulling the defense, or as a winger, exploiting his speed and dribbling. This complicates any opposing defense. At the Club World Cup, even with little time to prove himself, he made it clear that he can shine on the biggest stages. And now, with Juventus knocking on his door with $1 million offer, his trajectory could change. Of course, before he even has the chance to shine at the Santiago Bernabeu, technically, Gonzalo is a far above-average striker for his age. His ball control in tight spaces is refined, and the way he protects possession against stronger defenders impresses even veterans of the first team. He has a powerful shot from mid-range and, inside the box, is as cool as ice. He knows how to wait for the right moment to finish and rarely misses clear-cut opportunities. He's the kind of player who always gives the opposing goalkeeper a hard time. His vision is mature. He recognizes spaces before they even open up, finding vertical passes that break defensive lines. This tactical intelligence puts him a step ahead of other youngsters his age. However, there are still areas to refine. Consistency in big matches and experience under constant pressure are factors that time and minutes on the field will develop. And, of course, he still needs to gain more physical strength to face elite European defenses. These gaps don't diminish the brilliance of his talent, but they do make it clear that he's still in the process of being honed. The question is, who will finish this process? Real Madrid, with patience and hard work, or Juventus with a jump to Serie A? Real's academy has already shown its ability to develop players for the highest level, and Gonzalo seems ready to follow that path. But to do so, he needs consistent opportunities with the first team, and that's where the dilemma arises. Maintain and develop to reap the sporting benefits, or sell now and secure a significant profit before competition increases. And who would have thought Juventus has already made an official offer of 28 million euros for the young striker, a significant amount for someone still transitioning from the youth academy to the professional ranks. Sources close to the Italian club say the idea is clear: take a chance before his value skyrockets. It's the same strategy the old lady has used to bring in other young players who later exploded onto the European scene. Within Real Madrid, the board is divided. Some members believe it's an irresistible deal for a player who hasn't yet secured a place in the first team. On the other hand, some argue that selling him now would be a strategic mistake, given his potential points to a high-level career. History shows that players sold too early often end up shining at other clubs. The Spanish and Italian press reports on the case daily, increasing pressure on Real Madrid to make a quick decision. Each interview with Ancelotti is accompanied by questions about Gonzalo's future. On social media, fans are divided. Some are calling for him to be included this season, while others are advocating for a sale to free up space and revenue for new signings. Meanwhile, the player himself remains focused on training, avoiding controversial statements, and letting his football speak for himself. If Gonzalo stays, Carlo Ancelotti will have another offensive weapon to vary his tactics and surprise opponents. A young player with a hunger for the ball always increases the competitiveness within the squad. With him, Real Madrid can plan a healthier rotation, resting starters at key moments of the season, and maintaining high performance in all competitions. His presence would also serve as an example to other talents in the youth academy, showing that the path to the first team is possible and rewarding. However, if the sale goes through, the club will have an immediate financial boost, which can be used for strategic signings or strengthening positions in need. For Juventus, it would be a masterstroke. Serie A would gain a young player with international prominence, capable of attracting attention and reigniting the competitiveness of Italian football. On the European scene, the movement would show that big clubs continue to compete fiercely for the promising talents of world football, often before they even establish themselves. And for Real Madrid, regardless of the decision, the message is clear. The academy continues to produce talents worth millions, and that aroused desire in any European giant. Now, it's your turn, Madrid fans, to weigh in on this conversation. Should Gonzalo stay, be polished, and make his mark at the Santiago Bernabeu? Or should the club take advantage of the multi-million-dollar offer and close a deal with Juventus? Every comment counts, because this isn't just a discussion about our club's philosophy, the value we place on our academy, and the future. The fans are divided, and we want to hear every opinion, whether from those who see the young man as a future star, or those who prefer to invest in the present. Here on the channel, everyone has a voice. It's our community that transforms every news story into debate, and every rumor into passionate analysis. Remember, we are more than spectators. We are part of this story. And every word you say helps to build the atmosphere that lives at the Bernabeu. So, leave your like, share this video, and subscribe, so you don't miss any chapter of this soap opera that could change the fate of our attack. I'm Renan, and we'll see you in the next episode of our daily coverage. Until then, Hala Madrid, always.